So Delafield used to be a really sleepy town. I remember that back. In fact, we're standing in a building that definitely has been repurposed over time. Since then, it's become really a small town metropolis, though, with lots of cool things going on. Tell me a little bit about what's happening here in those upgrades that have happened since the sleepy times.
Well, clearly the businesses have changed. There's no longer a grocery store in town. There's no longer a hardware store in town. A lot of boutiques. There's a wonderful deli at the mobile station, which is crazy. Some of the best meats that you can get from the Billy the Butcher. That's awesome. So that's interesting. You know, when you're having a great weekend gathering and you're cooking out on your grill, like, wow, where'd you get these steaks from? I got them from the gas station. Comical, but great. And then there's the newest of all of them is Well House 1900.
Okay.
So that's a great place, and I think they have a bunch of different opportunities for people to do things within that house.
Okay. You mentioned at Well House 1900 that they have different services. Tell me about some of the more popular services there.
Well, they have a great juice bar. They also do meditation and yoga.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about as we kind of move forward here is tell me a little bit about the history of Delafield.
I know that Delafield in itself, you know, was a town that was developed because of the lake, because of Lake Magwica.
Okay.
So all the things that we see today are based on, you know, Lake Magwica, the housing, the people, the small shops that were here originally was all, you know, an offshoot of people living near the lake.
That makes sense. So you mentioned earlier that it's true lake country living. So what does that mean to you?
Well, because you have the lake and all the things around the lake, all the wonderful restaurants, the small community, the small boutiques, that type of atmosphere,
Yep.
It creates something that I don't think you find in other areas, and why I'm a giant fan of Delafield is just the atmosphere that's created, that was originally created by Bob Lang, bringing all these buildings in this format that he created.
Okay.
And
the look.
the look,
Okay.
the look, so to speak. And in today's environment, it's changed. It's morphed a little bit with Henrik's coming in and doing what they're doing and taking over the town in itself. But it still comes back to the feel, the small boutiques, the friendly atmosphere. The people are super great. You can talk to anyone here. And to me, it's just really wholesome, wonderful lake living.
And I agree. I can see that. You know, just yesterday, actually, sorry, 2 days ago, the Delafreeze event was.
Yeah.
Were you able to make it?
So I sponsored a selfie stand in this event. So being the past president of the chamber, I was here all day for the event. And it was our 4th year of the event. Great turnout, unbelievable. We had 30 carvings. So we had 18 carvers that worked on Saturday, and it was really a great turnout. The weather, although it was cold and it was overcast, it was perfect for the carving.
It's called Delafreeze, right?
That's
So
Delafreeze,
awesome.
yes.
Nice. Awesome. So, of other events that happen within the town and throughout the year, what's your favorite? And I know it might be hard to pick one, but that's okay.
Well, it's not hard for me to pick
No?
one.
All right.
The Delafield Block Party
Okay.
is by far the biggest and best event that we have.
Okay.
And that is a 2-day event. It goes Friday, Saturday in July, usually the second weekend in July. And we get anywhere from 6,000 to 10,000 people come up and go and visit Delafield through those 2 days.
Got it.
It's a music festival type
Yep.
atmosphere, and it's pretty amazing.
Lots of delicious food, great music, and a lot of people.
A lot of people, a lot of beer, a lot of great food. We get 10 vendors that come down, and you know, you really get a taste of Delafield, which it was originally called the Taste of Delafield, and then there was and then it combined to be the block party, so that we could have a sort of a beer venue along with the food venue.
Got it.
That was probably 15 years ago.
Okay. And then when do they add the music? Do you know?
The music starts at 5 o'clock on Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Now, as far as the neighborhoods, back to the lake country life, tell me about the neighborhoods. Like, what makes them unique in Delafield?
Well, just the lake living itself. Obviously, there's only so many lakes that you can have lake access, lake opportunity. There's wonderful homes that are huge, $2 million homes. Okay. And then there's wonderful, beautiful little homes off of Milwaukee Street that are right on the edge of town that have, access to the lake through all the beaches and everything that are here. Just a wonderful, mixture of opportunity. Okay. And we have really nice newer subdivisions that are a little bit on the west side of the lake over here that are just really spectacular.
Okay. So what's the average price point in the area that you, off the top of your head?
I think off the top of my head it's about $450.
$450.
And that's taking into account that we have the $3 million homes down to $250 homes.
Yeah. So it's a great place for anybody of any status to really find a place to live.
Don't quote me on that $450.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sure it's close, right? So the other question that I have for you is, why do you do what you do? Why are you passionate about being in the Delafield Chamber and being active? Because you are.
I love the lake living. I love Delafield. I love everything that it stands for. I love the community. I didn't grow up in this community. I grew up in a neighboring community, so I've always been around. And now I live in another neighboring community, so I don't live in Delafield, but I've always been excited about all the activities that we do, all the events that we do. We're a very events-driven organization, more than any other chamber in the area, because we have so many different events that we do. And that really intrigues me to get out and put the best foot forward for the city of Delafield on a regular basis.
Okay. Why do you think that it excites you to be part of it? You mentioned, those were your words. You said it's exciting, the events and all that. Why do you think that is?
I just love the atmosphere. It's an opportunity to get out and see people that I know and that I've grown up with and that I've known for a long time, and you get to see them over and over again. And then also to introduce this community to other people that are new to the area, to have this great event. It's such a great mingling mixture of people. And again, people aren't shy here. They're very cordial. They come out and talk, and it's a great time. Every one of our events, we have a great time, and you get to see wonderful people.
It truly has a small town feel.
Totally has a small town
but
feel.
Access to large city opportunities.
We are so close to Milwaukee, so close to Madison. We have everything here.
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah. It's a great place to be. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Tell me about the community and how it gives back. I know that the Delafield Chamber is part of this. There's some. Give me some specifics about how Delafield gives back.
Well, the support that we get from the chamber perspective to help promote Delafield and how great it is wonderful, because we get all these great businesses like Blue Collar Coffee that we're standing in. All these guys always support all these events and try as hard as they can to make these events spectacular to help promote how wonderful Delafield in itself is. So that's how we have an opportunity to give back.
That's part of why we did it here. This is my hometown. I wanted to live here, and I wanted things that I like here. Not that there weren't already, but I wanted more things that I thought would improve this community to do those things. And so we've done those things, and we continue to do those things. And I just think that it's been this incredible relationship here. And I feel like maybe I could have done this in any community, but I think that, like I said earlier, I think this is a very special place. And it feels great to be that conduit and that place where people can come and break bread and talk and do deals and join practices and those kinds of things. So we feel like we are that place, one of them, and it feels special to provide that to a community. Because I know for me, when I travel, it's often based on food. What can I get when I go there? What are the restaurants like? That kind of thing. So it definitely affects where we go and travel and stay too. I think my wife put it best, Whitney, who said that we've made grocery shopping an experience that we all try to avoid now. So we sit at home on our phones and we order stuff to come to us and be dropped on our porch. Because it's 50,000 square feet, you feel dead when you go there, you feel even more dead when you leave. And I probably shouldn't say this, but a lot of stuff you're buying is dead, and then it just didn't make, so we wanted to go the opposite way and make it an experience that you can't resist but to come and have. So we want you to come in and still have this literally brick and mortar experience and see the spit turning and buy our breads and talk to people that know the farm, know the farmer, where it came from, how to cook that piece of meat. So that's really, we thought we had to go the other way because it was going so fast the other way that we wanted to say, okay, shop downtown, move downtown, live downtown, walk along the lake. This is my hometown. right? And I wanted my hometown to be a place where it had stuff like this. So we've sort of, just like when you had your business and started your first business, it was the same thing. You gave something to the community embraced it, and we feel like this is for us, it's just been an amazing experience to have this. And I feel kind of proud that we've been able to grow like this and do this kind of thing. And we've had chefs for 25 years. We've taken 50 plus people to Italy. And I just feel like it's exciting to be part of this movement, to sort of go back, in a sense, to the experience I remember going to a meat counter as a kid and standing at Litke's or Miesfeld's or some of these places and shopping and looking over the countertop and talking to the butchers. And I think technology is not going away, but I think we can choose when to and not to use it. And I think in certain areas of life, it's nice to actually come into a place, be there, enjoy the experience, want to be there, and socialize and reconnect. So we really look at it as growing community and connecting community through food.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me a little bit about what inspired you with this restaurant. I know your family's been very involved.
Yeah. So really, it was probably my dad's connections to Italy as a business person. And so as a child, he had a partnership there, and I would go there as a kid in the summers for a few weeks, a month usually, and we would go to Tuscany, to the coast, and then to the island of Elba. At a young age, I started smelling and tasting and experiencing Italy, and I was just sort of struck by how important food was in their daily lives.
What have you found over the years since your businesses have grown?
I think it's a bit of a unique city in that sense that I felt confident doing it here. I'm not sure I would have done it in another city of similar size in the state necessarily, but I think that this city in particular, I felt that, and I just thought if you did a good quality thing, why wouldn't people enjoy that here?
A little bit more about that, about the local and the whole and the
and that's what's leading us to our newest. So we really, another thing, I keep kind of going back to Italy, which is where sort of the whole slow food movement started, which was the appreciation for local sourcing, high quality ingredients and products, and then treating them simply. So I guess for me, it was really seeing they sourced that way. So I would come back and I would try to make something, and it wouldn't taste the same. So I'd go to the Madison Farmers Market and I would say, Tony, why does this taste like this? And he said, you want to know why? He said, because you're tasting disease, you're tasting filth, you're tasting sickness, you're tasting all the things that try to then beat that back to fix that animal that's been raised in the improper fashion. I just had to kind of hear that once to make me understand, okay, this is a big deal. This is important. So that led to this whole long process of sourcing, caring for what we buy. I mean, right now our flour and our bread is grown here in Wisconsin. Our polenta for our cornmeal is a flint corn that's grown in Wisconsin. We're bringing in whole animals. We buy all local produce in the summertime as much as we can now, still getting some storage crops. So really that commitment led us to an ever deeper relationship in our surrounding area. So each of these steps is just a deeper commitment to this relationship with, for example, Morning Breeze Farm, our beef supplier. Young couple, grew up in the dairy industry, really wanted to have a beef farm, wasn't sure if they could do it. We sat down, met with them. Now this young couple has started a herd, they're growing it for us. We buy 2 a month, and that makes you feel really good because you know that demand that we've created has given that family their dream and has cleaned the soil on that farm now and made less go into the streams. So all of those little steps that we can take through presenting these products, having them purchased, it just gives, I love to think of the spreading of the clean soil. And that's something that really has driven us for years now. And why we're doing this market again is so people can get great stuff fast, some of it prepared, some of it not, but clean, good food, prepared in a simple fashion. And it's just once you get going, it just kind of gains its own steam. You've got my friend raises goats. I've got a friend that she's going to bring you 20 rabbits and 15 lambs. So it just kind of snowballs. During the pandemic, which isn't over, I guess, we saw the breakdown of a food chain and a supply chain, and it all came crumbling down. And we didn't run out of one thing here. We had people driving up from Chicago, loading up their car with eggs and lamb and pork and beef, because we just had to call the farm and say, bring another one. And it was that simple. So I wasn't beholden to a meat plant in South Dakota or somewhere else where my product was coming through, where these pinch points were happening. And that, I think, proved the model that we're going for is the model that works. The more local you can make, whether it's energy, whether it's growing grains, whether it's raising animals, anything you can do in a local fashion makes sense. It keeps money here, it keeps growth here, it connects people.
Lucky to have you. Sheboygan is so lucky to have you. I know I have a lot of people relocating to Sheboygan. I show a lot of houses to a lot of people from Illinois and Madison and all over. And you know, you're one of the places that they say, oh, we're going to Stefano's. Like, part of the reason people move here, you are a part of that, just
that
so
feels
that they
special.
can come here to frequent your businesses. And that's really great.
I think it shows the importance of food.
Absolutely,
Right?
and good quality service all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard one negative thing.
So many of these businesses are owned locally. The people live here that own them. I think we're in a sense, insulated from some things that can happen to communities when companies up and go. And I feel like we are special in that sense, that that's not going to happen to us because they're probably not going to do that. And I just feel like right now, I mean, people can't find housing. There's a shortage of apartments. So people are coming here. They want to be on the lake. They want to be able to hike in the kettles. It's an amazing place to live. The Gulf, you're close to big cities, so it's an incredible place to come and raise a family and live. I see that only getting stronger.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, you're just such a huge part of making this town a gem.
That's very kind
and
of you.
we're so lucky.
Thank you.
Thanks
Appreciate
for your
it.
time. Thanks for having me. So Caitlin, tell me a little bit about your business and what inspired you to start Alibu 426.
Sure, we've been in business for a long time. I'm getting older and I've been in business almost 20 years now. So at the ripe old age of 23, I started Alibu because I had a friend that got burned and he needed some lotion that would help heal rather than just lubricate his skin. And so I started researching various oils. And the burn unit gave me a recipe for the lip balm. And I went home eagerly to make it. And to my surprise, it made about 3-quart jars of lip balm. And I thought, what am I gonna do with it all? So I put it into tubes and started handing it out to my friends. And that was really the beginning of what kicked this all off.
So awesome. And then, you know, you wouldn't really think of little old Sheboygan as a store like this. You've got such an amazing boutique style skincare line here. And Sheboygan's become such a resort destination for people to find you. So what do you see as far as like the change in the community and the growth?
Yes, so Sheboygan has just changed so profoundly and really in so many good ways. I think the biggest growth that we've seen in this area is the growth in the health and wellness sector. If you go up and down A Street in our downtown, you'll see just a myriad of businesses popping up, from health food stores, of course, Alibu. You have some other stores that promote surfing, and it's just yoga. There's just so many good health benefits in Sheboygan that are growing, and people are really embracing that type of movement here.
I know people come here to make their own products and lip balm. Do you mind maybe showing me some of the things that you make?
I'd be glad to show you.
Awesome.
Come on, let's
Okay.
go.
Perfect. And you're going to show me how to make lip balm. How fun.
It is going to be really fun, and it's super easy, and anybody can just come on in and make some stuff impromptu with us. It's a lot of fun, and using your creativity and ending up with a product that you get to take home and use and enjoy.
That is awesome.
So I know you picked out the mint. We're going to go with a Peace of Mind flavoring, and then the Bordeaux I thought would be a good color on you.
Perfect.
So go ahead and add the flavor right to the cup.
Okay.
Don't be shy. You really can't do it wrong.
Oh, it smells really good. I can smell it from here.
We wish you guys could smell it. Come in and visit me and you can.
Okay, and 1 scoop.
Yeah. Good.
There we go. Awesome.
And then you can give it a little stir.
This is so fun.
And
That's
then
beautiful.
right in there. Oh yeah, you can keep going back for more. You have many times.
And this is how lip balm is made.
You're really good. You want to stay and make about 1,000 more for me? Yep, and then you can fill the next one.
I hear your crew in the back making products.
Yeah, they're busy.
So about how many of these do you make at a time?
Generally, we usually make them in batches of 200.
Okay, well, that's
So you have 2 down, 198 to go.
so a good start. So I know so many people come here to visit Sheboygan. We're so lucky to have stores like yours here. If somebody asks, like, what are some secret places and your secret favorite things to do in Sheboygan, where would you send them?
Oh, you know, I always say Sheboygan's America's best kept secret. We have so many things to do here. For children, I have 3 of my own. We love to go to the Above and Beyond Children's Museum. We love to go to the Bookworm Gardens. It's just a magical place of storybook castles and places to explore. You'll have to look it up. And the other places we like to go are the beach. We have a huge beach, and we have just so many opportunities. We have the Shaw Family Playground, which is a great playground built for children with handicaps to be able to use, and it's just fun for all children. And for adults, oh my goodness, we like to eat our way through town. Let me tell you, you know, there's Margot, Stefano's has the 3 restaurants. We have Luigi's, we have, I could talk for hours of the restaurants that we have, and
Not to mention the Kohler Art Center and the Art Preserve and the State Park.
the state parks. I think you could do something every day and not run out of things to do in Sheboygan. There's so many philanthropists in Sheboygan that all of these businesses really thrive, but all of these nonprofits really do well as well. And there's so many events for people to go to on the weekends. We love going to the different events for the different charities, and including our children. The children are included in so many wonderful fundraising events as well.
We're really lucky. There's just so much to offer here, and people don't know about this gem. And people come from all over. I know I'm showing houses to people from out of state all the time, and they just fall in love. They don't have to drive the extra 2 hours north to Door County. They find there's plenty to do here for themselves. Do you find that they're coming in your store too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you know, I started, it's called Heart of the Hometown, because I'm so passionate about Sheboygan, and it's a Facebook page that I just throw all the random restaurants or events going on. So that's a place that you can just go and check what is going on, you know, and see a little glimpse of what Sheboygan has to all offer, because there is so much, and I love Sheboygan so much, born and raised here. I've tried traveling outside of Sheboygan, and I'm always pulled back, especially now that I'm raising a family. You probably couldn't have asked me that when I was in my teens, right? Get me away from here, but I don't even think that. I think I liked it then too, but I just love it here because it's safe, it's secure, everybody's friendly, everybody knows each other, everybody's willing to help each other, and you walk into a restaurant or a store and people wave and they know you, and that's really special. to find that and to find so many opportunities to be active with your family. And it's just a big shining star, I think.
I agree, Sheboygan. Caitlin, thank you so much for your time today and showing me a part of Sheboygan that I didn't know was here.
Thank you for taking the time to stop in. I really enjoyed getting to show your viewers just how special Sheboygan is and how much we love it, and we hope they come and visit and stay.
Me too. I
And
really appreciate it. Oh,
your lip balms, enjoy.
thank you so much.
Have a
I'm
good
gonna
day.
love them. You too. Bye-bye.